In this video, I'm going to cover how to leverage Power Automate to convert a Microsoft Teams message into a to-do task. The end goal is to be able to select a particular message and convert it into a task that's accessible via Microsoft Outlook or Microsoft To Do. Hey everyone, it's Joe from Filthy Casual Tech, a great place to find tech news, reviews, and tutorials. If you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button down below, and all the links we reference in this video can be found in the description. And with that said, let's jump into it. Alright, to get started, we're going to visit flow.microsoft.com in a browser, and that will bring us to Power Automate, such. And from here, we will create a new flow. And I'm going to create an automated flow, and I'm going to name this Teams Message to Task. And I'm going to skip this. Alright, and from here I'm going to go ahead and click on Microsoft Teams to filter this out. Then I will select for a selected message. Alright, now we have the option to create an adaptive card. Essentially, the adaptive card lets you create a small form pop-up that will pop up in your Teams window. So we'll create the card. And I'm going to create a new card from blank. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add a text block to my card. Going to rename it. So I'm going to rename it Schedule Follow Up Task. Alright. And from here, I'm going to add from here I actually want to add a few more things. I need to add a subject field. I'm going to add a start date, a due date, and a priority field. And I want to add text blocks for each. So I just added another text block, the subject. And then I'm going to add a text block below that. An input text below that. I'll delete the placeholder text. I'm going to name it text subject. Now I'm going to add another label or another text block, and I will label this start date, and I'll put a new input date below that, and I'm going to label this text start date. And then I'm going to add another text block, and I'm going to label this, due date, and I will add another input date field below that, and for the ID, I'm going to label this text due date. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to add, or actually, next to last, I'm going to add another text block, and I'm going to add a priority, and then I'll add this choice set field here. Then I'll label this combo priority. Okay. And what I'm going to do is choice 1, I'm going to do low, choice 1 low, choice 2 is going to be normal, and the value is going to be normal. Now I'll add one more choice, it's going to be high, and the value is going to be high. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on the top label for schedule a follow-up task. This is purely optional. I just wanted to change the font size a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and change that a little bit. Change it to bold. Sometimes this does bug out a little bit, so it doesn't always work quite right. I found that, at least in my experience, that's the case. So I'll go ahead and click Save. It'll close out. And now I need to add a new next step, so I'll click that. And from here, I need to go ahead and search for To Do, Microsoft To Do, so I'll click on this. And then what I want from here, what I want to do is I want to add a To Do. Awesome. All right, for subjects, we can do one of two things. We can use the subject field that I specified in the adaptive card by going to text subject. You could also add your the message subject, which I would not recommend because typically that's not something that's included with Teams messages. You could also include the message content. So if you actually wanted the content of the message you are selecting to be the subject title, you can absolutely do that. But for this case, I am just going to use the subject field that I specified in the adaptive card. So I'll do that. I need to select the to-do list, so I'll just click tasks. That's the default. And from here, it's asking for due dates. So I'll go ahead and choose my field for due date, text due date. And I'm not going to specify any sort of reminders or anything like that. I just want to keep this short and sweet, keep it simple. We can touch on that at a later date. But anyway, so now we'll add the start date. So we'll scroll through our list here and select text start date. And now we want to set the priority or the importance in this case. By default, it tries to give you options here. I'm going to enter a custom value, and I'll scroll through the list and look for my combo box. So there it is, combo priority. Okay. I am not going to schedule any status. I am, however, going to leverage the body field, which will actually include some of the data from the message that I was selecting. For this purpose, I'm going to use a few fields. I'm going to add the sender's the message sender's display name. So I'll select that. I'll hit enter, and then I'm going to add the message contents of the selected message. And then for my purposes, I'm going to add a direct link to the message. And if you want to format this, you absolutely can. There's options to add HTML, things like that. You can also add text alongside these things as well. So in this case, I'll just put requester here. And that will automatically add it to the to-do list once it's submitted. So from here, I'll just go ahead and click. I'll go ahead and save it. We'll give it a title. Teams message to task. You can name it whatever you want, whatever's most logical for you. Then click save. See it saved. Use my flow checkers to make sure there are no issues, and then I will back out. Say okay. All right. From here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Teams, and you can see here that I have some existing messages from the account theory cats on my tenants. I'll go to one of the messages. Please review XYZ. I'll click on the ellipsis when I hover above it and go to more actions, and then we should see Teams message to task. Sometimes it can take a few minutes for your new flow to show up here. In my experience, it's pretty quick though. So I'll go ahead and click this, and you'll see the little pop-up come up here. I will enter the subject. Test for YouTube. I will set the start date of today, and then I will set the due date of Saturday, and then I'm going to set the priority. I'll just set it to normal, and then I'll click submit. Okay, that is submitted. Now I'll go back to Flow and make sure that there are no errors. I'll refresh my runs. Okay, we can see it succeeded. All right, so now I'm actually going to go ahead and confirm the task was actually submitted. So I'll open a new tab here. I will go to, you can either go, open up Outlook, or you can use To Do. In this case, I'm going to use To Do. So I'll go to todo.microsoft.com or todo.office.com. All right, and here we are. You can see here that the to-do was created. As such, I can click on it. I can see the requester name. I can see see the subject. I'm sorry, the content of the actual message that they sent, and I have a link as well that links directly to the actual message that they sent. And so if I were to actually click on this, it would bring me directly there, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's pretty cool. It's a nice new feature. I know that I like to use tasks in my day-to-day work, so this is something that I'm going to use on a regular basis. I hope you find it useful too. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you like this video, please smash the like button or leave a comment below. Also, if you or your business need assistance with Power Apps or the Power Platform in general, my contact information is in the description as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.